Yeah, oh, this crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Crazy once again. Look how crazy my stuff is. My hair. Y'all know I don't care too much about all of this. Okay, we are live again, y'all. Again, y'all. Again, y'all. Oh, trying to make sure I can tell people where we at because this is not the first time this has happened where something is going on. Yeah, really ghetto things. But once again, hello, I'm Lady Emerald. Welcome back if you're an OG Emerald, and welcome to any new Emeralds who may be watching this on the replay. I am Lady Emerald, your tarot reader, your astrologer, your woo-woo lady, all of that. We are here to do the Taurus season zodiac, elemental zodiac reading. So every change of zodiac season, I try to come on and do a live and give y'all like some guidance. Energy is always changing, but this is based on the energy that we know of today and what we things solidified. And so, how we're going to start this off, per usual, I'm going to give you an astrological breakdown about what's going to be happening throughout Taurus season and what to expect and all that good stuff. And then we'll jump into the readings for today. So before we do all that, I'm thinking about any church announcements or any announcements I need to make. There are none right now, and they're a blessing. Just a lot of stuff going on. So I haven't did a lot to warrant any church announcements. Okay. So first we're gonna start with what's happening um throughout Taurus season, y'all. So Taurus season started on the 19th, this past Saturday. It was a beautiful day, if I'm not mistaken. I could be lying to y'all. My bad. Then yesterday, the 20th, of course, it was Easter, Orthodox Easter, and Passover ended yesterday. Along with we've been experiencing some tension as things have moved or tried to shift into new signs. So you are still feeling Venus retrograde, the shadow period of that, and we're wrapping up the shadow period of Mercury retrograde. So if you feel like, well, technically, I was still having technological issues. So of course I was feeling that. And then of course with Venus is now in Pisces, Mercury is in Aries, and Mars finally, honey, is in Leo. We're thankful. Okay. But this Saturday on the 27th, I'm sorry, this Sunday on the 27th, we have the new moon in Taurus. I love when a new moon in Taurus comes around. Because it either means fun, money, or glamour. Sometimes all of the above, no matter what's really going on. So this moon in Taurus, we are feeling very kind and considerate, friendly. We're sensitive to romance. So it'll be a perfect time to go out on a date, be with loved ones, really write down your dreams, as in the dreams that you have when you sleep. Maybe even write down some of your daydreams and wonder, like, why did my mind go to that for a daydream? Okay. It is like a new moon to do good spiritual work. If you want to do any abundance work, it's a really good new moon for that. And honestly, this tour season is probably one of the calmest seasons we're going to have in 2025. So really take advantage of that with the beginning of this week kind of shifting and kind of being a little crazy. Take take heed, like really use the new moon in Taurus energy to get you back rebalance, because Venus will be entering Aries on Earth. We've been through this Oh, before, right? With Venus and Aries, really start taking action towards, finishing up projects for real, because Mars is now in Leo, which can really benefit us and with Venus and Aries, really wrap up some things, some projects, and start some new passion projects. But just pay attention to money and travel. The money can leave pretty quickly, especially with us still being in Venus retrograde shadow, which ends the first week of May. Now, speaking of the first week of May, we have Pluto going retrograde. Big Pluto, who's in Aquarius, is going retrograde in Aquarius, where, yeah, during the whole retrograde, it'll stay in Aquarius. Because typically we've had over the past year, hey Liz, hey, um, the past year or so, Pluto in Aquarius has retrograded back into Capricorn, but this is the first time Pluto will retrograde in Aquarius and will stay in Aquarius. So we're officially in Pluto in Aquarius, right? For like what, the next 10 years. Um, I'm lying. Next 20. Am I correct? Is that the one this year till like 2044? Either way, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. I would like for it will be retrograding from May 4th till October 13th. This is what I would like for people to do is reinvest in what, or renegotiate, whatever you want to say, about what does human rights look like. What does human rights look like in the year 2025? Are we battling the same battles of Pluto in Aquarius last time it was, which is what I think the most prevalent thing during that time was the Haitian Revolution and post-American Revolution. So, what do we really want human rights? And that is probably the innovative thing about Pluto in Aquarius. Yeah, 20-ish, 20-ish. Yeah, Pluto retrograde, girl, right around the corner. And so I think I for those outer planets, we have to really remember that those are more societal planets, but how you can look at it in your chart is like, how can this big idea reflect in my life, in my individual life, and how do I interact with this large idea? With my greater community. So that is Pluto in Aquarius. And then right after that, on the 10th, we have Mercury entering Taurus. I like when Mercury goes into Taurus because we tend to, for some reason, have longer attention spans. I will continue to test that out. Okay. So I think, no, I think, but Mercury entering Taurus on the 10th also gives us kind of like a sense of purpose of like when we want to speak. We only want to speak to certain people for certain things. We try to communicate the best we can. We want to travel for a purpose. We may not necessarily want to travel for fun. So maybe travel for leisure and purpose, like a relaxing staycation. Maybe the best time for you to get massages. Like, how are you creating your comfort with the way you travel, with the way you communicate, with the way you write, right? So that's Mercury in Taurus. Right after that, we have full moon in Scorpio. Now, this full moon in Scorpio gives me pause. On the 12th of May, because last year I feel like full moon, not last year before last, full moon in Scorpio was very sexy. This is not a very sexy full moon in Scorpio, even with Mercury being in Taurus, even with Venus being in Aries. To me, it doesn't give sexy. It gives like, let me get myself together. Let me pay attention to what transformative Scorpio is actually trying to tell me in regards to extremes, in regards to upheavals, in regards to change, Right, full moon in Scorpio while Pluto is retrograde and in Aquarius. What is Scorpio trying to get me to do, and how much in depth in my feelings do I need to go? Now, only reason why I was like, it gives me so much pause because the sun would be conjunct Uranus, while also moon is opposing Uranus. There we would have a trine to Mars, Venus trine in Mars. Jupiter would be conjunct, I mean, Jupiter would be squaring Saturn. All my like, people who really follow or start to follow um astrology with the different aspects, you're already probably like, huh? There's a lot going on the 12th of May, and I want us to really be cognizant of things. But I will probably do a full breakdown on that soon. Most likely it's going to be first on Patreon. But this full moon in Scorpio on the 12th of May really gives me pause. Especially when, if I'm not mistaken, the latter half of it would be void for a period of time. So then after that, on the 20th, then we go into the sun entering Gemini. I know before then we have Mars and Mars and Mercury squaring off, but that's a whole nother thing. So Taurus season is really a season where we get to kind of enjoy a little bit compared to other seasons. The only thing that I give pause to is the full moon in Scorpio, because Gemini season is a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Yeah. Full moon in Scorpio is it's a Monday. It's a Monday, Tuesday. It's a weird overlap of different time zones. So then it's just like just goes void out of nowhere. But yeah, enjoy Taurus season because Gemini season comes with a lot of change that we're going to feel. And I feel like Gemini season always comes with swift change. So it is what it is. Okay. So that was that. That was quick in my mind. That was quick. We are going to jump into readings. And I've been like so excited because this time I'm using a new deck. I'm so excited. Using a new deck, and it is the Tarot by Manzel. I love it. It's a new one, and I'm using the version that can fit my hand. Okay, you see the holographic. And it like shuffles so beautifully. I don't know if y'all put y'all near my, but I've already shuffled for everybody. So how we're gonna do this? We're doing earth, air, water, fire. That is how this is going to go. Hopefully I remember to put the timestamps if I'm doing this correctly. So let's get into it. So first we have earth signs. Oh, I do want to also say that we are using the OG Oracle, Angels and Ancestors by Cal Gray, while using the Tarot by Manzel. So let's get into these beautiful cards. I have already pre-shuffled for everybody. I have not really looked at them or to anything like that. So we are experiencing this in real time with each other in community. Okay, so you guys have 3 cards. We have the 5 of Cups, Earth signs. Mind you, I want to preface by saying that make sure you go by your rising. If your sun is if your sun is in houses 1 through 6 in your chart, try to go by your rising and your moon sign. If your sun is in houses 7 through 12, try to go by your sun and rising. So that I tell people that's the best way probably to go about trying, like when you go and watch readings. If not, you can listen to all of them and create your own story. But yeah, this beautiful Five of Cups. Oh, this doesn't do it any justice. Beautiful. Then we have the Eight of Wands, and then the Knight of Swords. Earth signs, this is giving cry but do it anyways. Complain but do it anyways. Pout but do it anyways. Grieve but do it anyways. It's going to come to you. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to sustain some type of way. You're going to have to deal with these things anyways. Life keeps going and it's coming at you fast. Taurus season is not always, like known to go with the flow, stubborn. And I think for earth signs, y'all don't have this stubbornness, which I think is the Five of Cups. If you continue to be stubborn, you're going to continue to have this emotional turmoil. You're going to continue to possibly give yourself anxiety or stress yourself out or something like that. Five of Cups is this emotional things. And maybe you are going to want to keep things bottled up, but like you have to mentally, literally, Knight of Swords, keep the goal in mind, keep doing the project that you want, keep going towards your goals, because life literally, while I don't know if you guys can see, okay, let's create a story. This is how it looks for me. Okay, Five of Cups, right? It don't matter how much emotionally you are feeling. The Eight of Wands is going towards this Knight of Swords. This is the energy that wants to be with each other, right? um I said the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, sorry, going towards the Knights of Swords. um Earth signs, I just want you to begin with the end in mind and keep going, Pookies. Okay, it is going to feel like a lot. Go and take you your walks. Make sure if you're stressed out, move your body so you can keep the mind sharp. The Knight of Swords is very much so, oh, it's not tunnel vision, it's very much focused, has a plan, going towards it full throttle. With the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Wands is like, yeah, we on the same page. Yeah, we might bump heads because your thought, and the thing with earth signs, y'all, we're like, oh, I have a plan. That's not life. Life is like, oh yeah, you have that plan, but let's expedite it a little bit. That's what Eight of Wands is saying for you during Taurus season. So don't be surprised if you have you're inviting to like meetings or gigs or something like that, and you're like, that's not originally on my plan. I want to do something like that, but that wasn't originally on my plan. And Taurus season is like, no, why not? Might as well. Might as well. Let's see what the Calgary Angels and Ancestors Oracle have for you. Because there's something also sitting there, earth signs. And I really think that Eight of Wands is also just telling you to get active. Maybe when you feel sad, go into work. When you feel sad, go and do something with your hands. If you're feeling sad or confused, go for a walk, run, do some jumping jacks, go work out. Whatever you need to do. Our signs during Taurus season, you need to do opposite of what Taurus is known for, of being stubborn. Do something else. Do something else. And maybe also, earth signs, maybe you feel like you can't tell everybody your plans, and maybe that's why you feel mentally not there. Or maybe you're in your feelings because maybe you can't share, you want to share, or you need space to share it in your head. Like, okay, so basically, maybe you need to doodle it out, draw it out, versus telling someone else. That's also coming out. Let's see what's going on with these cards. Okay, are these okay? Hmm. Okay. Well, I wish I would. Okay, so yeah, I'm being bootleg. I somehow lost my pendulum, and the closest thing I had was my teacup thing. So it's dried, but sometimes, when you who you are, you can make a pendulum and everything out of anything. So interesting. Interesting. Okay, so this Five of Cups is most definitely giving reflection then. Maybe that's also why you're in your fields, because you're realizing some things that you've been avoiding, but then life keeps going, and you don't have time to sit down and reflect. And maybe that's why I kept getting like you need to move your body, because so much stuff is going to be happening, and revelations, but you can't sit down and necessarily reflect because of X, Y, and Z is going. And I say that because the mirror garden came out. Take time to reflect. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Come on. That also goes back to the Knight of Swords. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you're going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The mirror guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are, in fact, what is reflected back to you in your world. Your mirror is one big mirror of how you feel within, that Five of Cups again, within within, and the mirror garden helps you recognize that when this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. Interesting. Earth signs, I wonder, do you feel at times that you should always give versus seeing like what you give to yourself and recognize the growth you've made, um because all you know is to keep going. So Five of Cups, eight of wands, Knight of Swords for y'all. Or it came out like this. Everything's coming in at once and you're like, God dog, I want to reflect. And you may have to find a way. You may have to find a way to reflect. That's why I said maybe move your body and they can help your mind. And while you're moving your body, you can be reflecting, because that's what I do sometimes. I literally will go for a walk or run, maybe do a little twerk session, whatever. And it really helps kind of give some clarity to some things. And sometimes I just yap aloud. People who know me personally know they'll get a random voice, and be like, and I hope this makes sense, right? But hopefully that makes sense for you all, earth signs. I think it's gonna be an interesting, for some reason, like I don't know where the month of April needs to go, but for some reason I'm feeling like Taurus season is going to be super quick, and I think air signs, you are helping represent that. Right. Sad girl reading. Okay. Earth signs, keep me updated. Keep me updated. Now let's go on to air signs. Let's go on to air signs. Air signs, you got one card. So that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. You got Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is now let me tell you something, air signs. Three of Pentacles is not a normal card. Like, it's a normal card, but like I just don't see people getting Three of Pentacles these days. It don't come up. It don't come up. Three of Pentacles, air signs. Listen, Pookies. When I get three of Pentacles, I automatically think community, community, community. Who in your community, who in your network is helping you with money, who is helping you develop things. And this is a positive partnership. This is positive, right? This is people who understand the plan that you're coming up with, and it's to bring financial stability, physical stability. Maybe for some of y'all finally getting a trainer and they're helping with your nutrition, right? Maybe you can, maybe this is you. One of these people are you, the other person training, the other person nutritionist, dietitian, whatever. Maybe it's your doctor. Maybe it's you and somebody else finally finalizing a business plan. I don't know if this deals with housing that may come up. But whoever is around you, or one of them has to be someone who may be older than you or who you consider a mentor or an elder. Um, yeah. Air signs. Three of Pentacles. And that means that you're also very much so trusting things. Air signs for whatever happened very quickly for you guys during Aries season has you now fully open and investigative. I do think for some people with air placements, this does also go back into business, like traditional business, entrepreneurship. Or this for a lot of y'all could also be a business, not a business opportunity, but a job opportunity, right? That you get a job opportunity through someone in your network. Interesting. You have people wanting to hear your thoughts, your opinions, your expertise. Air sign, sun, moon, rising. Okay, what do we have from the angels as ancestors deck for air sign, sun, moon, rising? Anything else? It's so interesting. I'm always baffled when I get the three pentacles. I'm like, well, who is this special person getting the three pentacles? Because you just don't see that card. I don't hear what people say. Unless you see mostly like, I wouldn't even say I see it a lot in career readings. I would be a liar if I said that. Okay. Here. Okay, just these two. Okay. So for the oracle, we get broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. That's what I'm saying. Like there's a trusting energy right now over you guys, air signs. And high priest, intend and create. Let's get into this. So I'm like, okay, it's time to be nosy. Like, what's going on? And high priest. High priest. Yeah. Okay. Intend and create. Recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. Remember, I was like, these people in your network, they must be for you and they want to listen to you. So this is you right here on top of the chair bench, and these are people listening to you. In many traditions, the high priest is the physical embodiment of divine masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds. Is not able only to divine the future but help create it. He may be a leader in his spiritual tradition or in pagan traditions, be second to the high priestess, but he's always spiritually connected and disciplined, spiritually connected and disciplined with the respect of his creator in particular practice. In a reading, this card can represent a spiritual figure, leader, or teacher in your life, or an aspect of your path that has led you to where you are today. Remember when I said, I was like, I feel like there's like a mentor or somebody, like you're really entrusting in this person, and whatever you're trying to do to help foster and whatever you're trying to foster. I do think Taurus season can be pivotal and profitable for you if you allow it to. Now the next one is broken arrow. Boom, switch right to it. Broken arrow. Let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. Interesting. Interesting. I'll embrace the energy of peace, of course. If you're going to be trusting, you have to. And if you're going to maybe share your ideas, especially through your pentacles, share your ideas or anything like that with your network, you have to be like, allow criticism to come in without feeling defensive. Just as the arrow card symbolizes defense and protection, the broken arrow symbolizes peace. In Native American traditions, the broken arrow would mean that the tribes are no longer fighting one another or making alliances. When you see a broken arrow in meditation, vision, dream, or reading, remember I said pay attention to your dreams around the new moon in Taurus. Yeah. When you see a broken arrow in a meditation, vision, dream, or reading, it's a message that you no longer need to fight because peace has arrived. This is a powerful symbol of harmony, serenity, and community. Air signs, are you going to stop worrying? I think that was a message to myself, actually. Yikes. Uh, don't you hate it when you read yourself? So think about this. This is a really good card. It seems that you have more support than you think, air signs. So what's that one Michael Jackson meme? I don't know what he was. It could have been a video, but he was like with the gun, like do that. A lot of this needs a second listen. Listen, I bet. I'm very interested to see how Taurus season unfolds. So let me know air signs. Let me know air signs if that resonates. So we've done earth signs, we've done air signs, and now let's go to water. Earth signs, I'm just like so interested how this is going to go for you. We're making great time. Okay. Like I said, we're trying to beat the sun. You see her trying to sit in the background. Yeah. Hopefully, your hair turns out well. I see you're under the dryer. Yeah. So now we're going to water signs. Let's see. I'm actually writing down the timestamps. Yeah. So after this, I will have it. Okay, water signs. Water signs. We have three. Like I said, I'm discovering things with you. Oh Lord. Um. Okay. Water signs. You're being stubborn. It's like the earth and the water sign switch position. Switch position. Okay. We have four pentacles. You're being stingy. You're hoarding. You're not living your abundance. And I really think it's because you're penny, like, we're going to get to this. We got Five of Wands. I love this Five of Wands. Why did he decide to put them in space amongst the stars versus, y'all can't really see it, versus like the typical Five of Wands? I don't know. I also love this Nine of Swords. Right? The large cards, are holographic and they look so good. I just can't shuffle them. So I just kept them as a personal. This Nine of Swords is the same. She's like amongst the stars. Oh, water signs. What are you beating yourself up about? What is it about? Like, yes, we must, handle and penny pinch. I think water signs, are you already starting to have some apprehension with the incoming recession? Are you having some apprehension? Because this is talking about somehow your finances is causing you mental turmoil and they should not. You should not. You are a water sign. You will be provided for as long as you believe in the flow of energy. Okay. The Five of Wands, I think, is coming in for water signs because there's such a huge amount of water and fire going on. And these planets are going back and forth between like Pisces and Aries, and then going to Aries. We're still in Venus and Mercury retrograde shadow, more Venus than Mercury at this time. Mercury is no went back into Aries. So you're feeling, it seems like, a little emotional, like you're most definitely water signs feeling, I wouldn't say necessarily combative, but defensive. But I will say I do sense that people are trying to pick at you a little bit. This is where this five of wands go into. I think people are trying to mess with your money, or four of wands and five of wands would have never came out, which is probably why and you subconsciously and intuitively sense that people are trying to mess with your money. So whether it's the fool in administration right now and the collapsing of jobs that have held the United States stable for at least the past 60 years at least, or it's that your hours are being cut at work, or you don't necessarily know how you're going to be able, or you may be job hunting and you have to like really budget and penny pinch, but you're being like very resistant. I don't necessarily think this is a stagnant I don't think this is like a stagnant season, but like that it wants to be stagnant for you. That's not what it is. I think you are internalizing too much right now, water signs. And spirit, this is more of like, this not necessarily how your season will go, but it's saying this is the warning. Do not succumb to the negative thoughts, right? Don't succumb to feeling like I can't do as much because of money. Like, yeah, money is but money's also like an energy, but we're also in a capitalistic society that is also crumbling. So I literally understand, but water signs during the month, I said during the month. Well, yeah, this next month, find with Mercury going to Taurus at the beginning of May, make sure you take some time to really cater to your body. Go get a massage. Go float in one of them hydroplane thingies. You know what I'm talking about? Them saunas. Is that what it is? The brain is not braining. But y'all understand what I'm saying. Yes, there would be some back and forth, but mind your tongue. Okay. Don't say anything, but if you feel as though people may say something back. Truth is, I'm tired. Everybody needs to sit in their spots. Absolutely. Yeah, go get your massage. Who don't like a little massage? All right, we're still going. We're still going. Um, that's what I want for you, water signs. Like, go and cater to your body so you can then cater to your mind. And you can really start back focusing on stability, but not in a way that you're hoarding. Like I said, I think some people are trying to also just be in your business. And you like, why are you in my business so much? Did I tell you? I want to see what Manzel has for the Four of Pentacles. Security, savings, protecting resources. You are holding on to money tightly. Yeah. Four of Pentacles shows a man sitting on the stool beyond the boundaries of his hometown. His arms are wrapped tightly around a coin as if he fears he may lose it if he loosens his grip. Exactly. He balances another pentacle on his head, impeding his connection with spirit, and two more sit securely underneath his feet. I never thought about that coin impeding on your connection to spirit. He clearly doesn't want anyone to take his coin, okay? However, because he is attached to his money, he cannot move or go anywhere. He has no one to speak to, not even his friends and family members in community with him. The man finds himself stuck in one place with a single fixation. Well, don't fixate. Flow. Flow, baby. Water signs, we need you to flow. Y'all help us keep us balanced. Believe it or not. Please don't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, unalive. You know how YouTube does. with this 501. So I'd be like, listen, you want somebody to snap and become patru patru, pew pew pew. It'll be a water sign. Let's see what the oracle cards say for you guys. Let's see what. Right, I listen. That's why one thing I love about discovering new decks and going through their guidebooks is seeing how the author, and in this case the illustrator, the creator, is also the writer of this. Um, so he most definitely, listen, Manzel, and this deck does have such a good masculine vibe to it, and I had just been saying we need more masculine tarot. So good. Everyone in the richness and the dark skin and the different colors of the hair, it's just so good. It's so good. Okay, anything else for the water signs? Anything else for the water signs? Y'all, I'm getting hot because I'm in this sunroom. Woo, and I'm back down south. So, okay, all of these. Okay. Sage, magical garden, trader. So all three of these are for the water signs. Okay, thank you. All right, all right. We have three. We have the Heart's Guardian. I don't actually get her a lot either. Let love and let yourself be loved. I also have Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. I don't get her often either. And then we have Wise One. Grow within your current situation. I'm liking this. I'm starting to get some things I don't typically get, you know? And I love when a reading comes out like this. Because you never know what decks, how they talk to each other. Okay, let's read about the Heart Guardian, a red-headed queen. Let's see. Welcome to the welcome with open arms, opportunities to give and receive love. So why are you fighting? Is that why you fighting, water signs? The 5 of Wands? Not Earth need a do-over. Now Earth signs, baby, y'all gonna have to deal with that. Earth signs. If these girls are talking about vulnerability, I may actually scream. You might. You might need to go and start screaming, you know? So you want to become the Nine of Swords, the girl creating her own mental health problems. When I see Nine of Swords, I think depression, I think anxiety, I think manic episodes. So let's not do that, water signs, okay? Be vulnerable. Okay. The Heart Guardian is an angelic energy that can help you call for protection and guidance with issues surrounding the heart. And that's probably what's happening, is showing up in your money. The lack of vulnerability, the lack of asking for help, the feeling like there is no love in life is showing up in you. Yeah. Which makes sense, water signs. Think about how that's connected. Okay. This is essentially the angel who helps you with all relationships, whether they be with yourself, family, or even romantic connection. She can enable you to move beyond any limited fears about trust, discern whom to trust, and understand how you can move forward in a balanced relationship with the person. In this card, she is adorned with the Sacred Heart, draped in red cloak to show her capacity to let love lead the way. Sounds like some heart and sacral chakra things need to be massaged. Okay. And for the Protection Guardian, protect your neck. Sorry, so random. Message: drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that's standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Didn't I say to have some fun? I wonder also, do you have water signs, some blockages, um, or have had to, if you've dealt with poverty, then yeah. And that also needs to be looked into and massaged a little bit. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or your gifts that you have. You are born to shine. Be who you are for your pride. I'm gonna be serious one day. Drop your shields. The protection guardian is a feminine version of Archangel Michael. She's fierce, protective, yet loving warrior angel who carries an indestructible shield of power and protection. It will come to you, to all who call on her. She will help you drop your fear-based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe and will allow your gifts to shine. Although she is here to guard you from your lower energies, she is completely relaxed, serene, and confident because she trusts that love will always prevail. I think for some of you water signs, especially those of you who are in creative spaces or want to get into a creative space, you need to ask specifically in your prayers of things like that, like ask for discernment. And after that, then once you get discernment of knowing what steps to take, next steps to take for you, you need to also then ask for protection as you go into those paths. Ask for direction, ask for protection so that you will be able to grow without anyone or things interfering, unless you're supposed to learn some lesson, honey. But maybe that's what you guys need to do. So then, what's crazy? How these cards laid out. Four of Pentacles. Right under it was the Heart Guardian. We was talking about trust and blah blah blah. Then Five of Wands. It's like all about fighting and protecting. Protection Guardian came up because remember I said though the tarot cards were forewarnings, like, right, they're warning you, and it seems like the oracle cards are guiding you on how not to become the tarot cards. So now we are at the Nine of Pentacles. This is crazy. I love when Spirit does this. Nine of Swords, and now this Oracle Wise One, grow within your current situation. It's about to offer some guidance. I love that for us. Knuckle down, be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware of the goddess because she has been through many of life's changes and overcome many setbacks. On this card, the raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the dark times and be reborn again and again. Scorpio placements. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the acknowledge acquired in this life, and to learn from the experience of your elders. So instead of internalizing everything, transmute it. Good luck, water signs. Hope that helps. I feel like last Taurus season, water signs also had the longest reading. I think y'all did last year. Just hogging things up. So don't become these. Go back, listen to them oracles. Let me know what happens. Let me know. Okay. Next, last but not least, fire signs. We here, honey. We here. Let's figure this out. Let's see what's happening. What's going on with you guys? Let me know what happens, water signs. Now, fire signs. You also have three. These are pretty good. Like these are pretty cool. Um we have Ace of Pentacles. Is someone getting a new job? Is someone getting a new opportunity? I don't know why I did that, but I did. Anyways, the Sun, blessings. Okay. Then we have Six of Cups. So is this something that you should have did or you could have did and then it wrenched right back around? Right? Did it wrap back around? Did it spin the block? I am not, the crazy thing about this, I'm not this whole time, I'm not getting anything necessarily about relationships. I think Taurus season is more about stability for some people, maybe relationships, but all this, I haven't gotten anything about a boo, which is crazy because I think last we did. But Six of Cups, the Sun. Have we gotten a major arcana at all this reading, or is this our first one? So this can be a truly major shift for fire signs. The Sun is like, I'm here to bestow blessings. Look at the petite bebe. He's so happy, a cutie patootie, the sunflowers, even the horse is smiling. Okay. And the sun is like stunned on him. I love it. I love it. Um, then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever the Ace of Pentacles is, it is the blessing. It is the blessing, right? But what's so interesting, this blessing may be like a previous thing that you have forgot about and it's coming back to you. It is maybe it's a childhood thing you always wanted to do and you finally get the time to do it. Maybe it's contacting or being or reconnecting with the childhood best friend or something that's like super nostalgia for you. Yes, petite baby. Like I love it. Because even in the six of we're losing light, y'all. Even the Six of Cups, you see two cutie patooties. I just got a download. I'm kind of scared to say it. Um Fire signs who have a uterus, who have been fornicating, you may be pregnant or may become pregnant this this season, especially around new moon of Taurus. That's fertile grounds. It's so crazy when I was saying that. I get that download. So pregnancy, or you may impregnate somebody else. Listen, don't yell at me, honey. I have nothing to do with it. Okay, nothing to do with it. Um, maybe that's for some of y'all. Maybe maybe you've been trying. Maybe that's your blessing. That's crazy that came through. Because, like, I'm not necessarily feeling like, "Oh, it's a job," but it may be something it may be an extension outside of a child, okay? A child outside of a petite bébé. But it was just too many petite bébés in this that I was just like, "Is someone conceiving?" Maybe, you know? But 6 of that's a lot of which would make whoever is conceived during Taurus season, it's gonna be a lot of Aquarius Capricorns. Good luck with that. But I do think fire signs that whatever is coming your way is not necessarily a form of a job. It's maybe an extension of your job, or it may be um I think it's just a creative opportunity, an expansion of your repertoire, if that makes sense. Um, that's what's so like an expansion of something that you've always wanted to do, and you get to expand yourself. You get to glow. You get to glow up. And it's something that may even, and it seems like it will heal your inner child. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what the oracles are saying. I know I probably shook a couple of y'all like, oh, what pregnancy, conception? Well, if you're fornicating, no, I'm just playing. Let me look for real. Even if you think you can't, You never know, because the way I've been seeing people conceive and only have one fallopian tube and one ovary. So I don't know why I get that download for the good people who are fire signs. Either you're healing your inner child or you're making one. This is a year for a lot of babies. They like coming through. They don't care. They don't care. Them spirit kids don't care. Oh my God, we're in a recession. I don't care, baby. Them kids, like for the first year, I can just take the boob. You know, they don't care. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you don't want no kids, wrap it up. Okay, let's see. Sorry, y'all. The oracle was crazy. Okay, fire signs. What are the messages for fire signs from this oracle? What are their messages? Listen, I can't make this up, you guys. I don't, I'm not a trickster. I don't remember all the cards. So if I was trying to trick somebody and shuffle for it to say what I wanted to say, it will not. Wow. Anything else for those fire signs, sun, moon, rising this Taurus season? It's so interesting, Pookies. Okay. Okay. Is this all for them? Okay. No, that's not for them. Nope. I could have said that. Okay, no, that's not for them. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? A lot of cards popped out, y'all. Yeah, I should have known that was going to come out. Okay. Listen. Yeah, I think Six of Cups also talks about connected with your inner child. Same thing what happened to water signs, same things happen to fire signs, where each card is, the oracle card is like reinforcing. This time it's reinforcing what the tarot said. So we had Ace of Pentacles, right? What flew up right after that was Direction Guardian. Choose your own path. Don't get this guy too quickly. Looking like Cisco by the head. What are they? Spicy. Listen, y'all too grown for me. Y'all too grown for me, honey. Connect with your deepest desires, then choose the path that will make your heart and soul sing. Like, remember what I said? Yeah. The direction guardian represents the angels of direction. These amazing angels are the ones who come to us when we are at a crossroad and don't know which way to go. When we are unsure of what is right for us or of the bigger picture, they can help us know what is best for all involved. Interesting, the direction guardian refers to the vision of the Hebrew prophet Ezekiel, who is said to have seen an angel with four different faces. One was a child, the cherub. One was a bull, one was a lion, and one was an eagle. Isn't that also that's on the Wheel of Fortune? Hold on, we're gonna have to bring out the Wheel of Fortune tarot card. These four faces show that angels can appear in many guises and guide us in many different directions, but always for a highest of good. Focus with the Ace of Pentacles talks about opportunity. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to pause because I'm now needing to find the Wheel of Fortune. Oh no, it was the World. It was the World card. That's similar to that. Maybe it's also the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. But yeah, the World. Funny enough, though, with the Sun card, we got the Sun. You can't make it up, folks. The Sun, enjoy success and happiness. I love that for y'all. Know the doors are opening for you. Follow up new projects, ventures, and ideas. Mercury in Aries, new moon in Taurus. Um, Connect with the inner fire that is driving you forward. Okay. The sun has long been associated with the energy of success. It's the most powerful planet. It's the most powerful planet in the solar system. So, of course, when the sun card appears in a reading, it will bring power, success, and light. It brings all connections, banishes darkness, brings a sense of youthfulness, and invites you to connect to the energy of joy, so you can be light in the spirit of be light in spirit and heart, which is crazy because that leads us to, of course, the Six of Cups, which is clarified for this with the water guardian. Connect with your emotions. So the inner child, connect your emotions. Okay. I haven't seen her in a while. Let's see what the water guardian has for us. Time to understand how you really feel. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift that allows you to receive and understand messages directly from your soul. Fire signs to me are more emotional than the water signs. To me. To me. Water is the element that's in your blood, your tears, and your flesh. Water guardian represents the angels of water who can help you dive within to understand the depth of your emotions. These angels are all about helping you see that your emotions are not just the feelings that are on the surface. They're also the old emotions that you have locked deep within the shadows of your soul. Fire signs. Your first emotion may not be your real emotion. Let's remember that. Through helping you acknowledge your deepest emotions, the angels of water help you to hear they have for you and to unlock your intuitive powers in the energies of abundance. Fire signs, believe it or not, you got the most upbeat reading. I I think fire signs, you are having a better 2025 than you're giving yourself credit for, even with some of the discouragement that you felt over the since January. So much of it was residual energy from 2024. We're in a space where we can move forward a little bit. Not me going back to earth signs and getting dragged. Listen, I'm just a messenger. But fire signs, enjoy your Taurus season. Enjoy your Taurus season. Allow opportunity and blessings to come to you. Because the money may not come in now, but it will come in later. Okay. This is a setup for something greater, fire signs. So I hope that helps. And with that, good people, we are done. I had to use my mobile hotspot to get us to be here fully with my crazy ponytail. I dry hair that I need to co-wash. But hopefully this helps. Hopefully y'all have. Do y'all hear that shuffle from this deck? Oh, so good. So good. I can't wait to play with it some more. But yeah, I hope Taurus season goes well for everyone. Hopefully everyone got a message. If you need to go back and re-listen, do that. Catch the replay for those people who are catching the replay. Hey, thanks to the people who have subscribed and all that good stuff. I have nothing else for us for Taurus season for this reading. I hope y'all have a good night. Because it's about to be night here. And yeah, keep me updated. Let me know what all happens. All right. Bye, y'all.